Hello everybody, this is Danny from Deep South Homestead. We just had a shipment dropped off here. It is our new Bluetti. Look at this, the Bluetti 1500 watt generator. We are trying to get it open here. This baby is heavy. So we're trying to get it open here and see what it looks like.
Wherever it goes, and that's where it stays.
Yeah, wherever we put this baby at, that's where it's going to be at, because this baby is heavy. This is the charging mechanism, I guess you charge it with, and solar cable power, all that kind of stuff there. That's good. Now comes the part to see if I can get it out of this box. Good Lord. Oh, whew.
It's blue?
Yeah, it's blue. And she's heavy. Already got a use for that. Okay. It's got two 110 watt AC plug-ins in the back, 1000 watts there. We've got a power button. Let's see if it's got any juice in it at all. Must not have. Nope, must have to be charged. Okay, it's just like the other Bluettis. It's got a power button. You DC on. AC on. It's got USB ports in it here. It's got 4 of them. It's got the small tiny port there for like cell phone charging and stuff like that. This is a 5-volt charging system, 3 amp on each one of the USB ports. It's got the DC 12 volt 9 amp. Wow, 9 amps. That's just great. Then we got a DC 60 volt right here, 10 amp plug in here. This is an input right here. This is the charging mechanism we got here. Let me see if I can get this thing turned around here. Okay guys, we've got the Bluetti plugged in here now with the AC adapter into the front of it here with the module here. You see the little red light on it. That tells us it's not charged completely. When the light turns green, it'll be charged. It has an automatic fan that kicks on that helps to cool it down as it's charging. Plus, if you use over so many watts of AC or so many watts of DC, the fan will automatically kick on. On the AC part, if you use over 100 watts of power at any one time, the fan kicks on and cools it off so that it doesn't get too hot to touch or anything like that. So the fan is running now. It's a built-in smart system that this thing has. It won't overcharge. As soon as it gets completely charged, it'll automatically turn itself off. It has all the new intelligent technology that goes along with this. We are looking so forward to using this in our cabin. It's amazing to us. We're going to possibly for the first time be able to run the whole cabin with just this right here and not have to have all the little ones sitting around everywhere. That's what we're excited about. We're anxious to get it charged and get over to the cabin and figure out how we're going to hook this into the main box and turn the cabin on and see what we can run and what we can't run. Well guys, we have finally done it. We have pulled it off. The one thing I've been working on for so long, trying to figure out how to make it happen, I finally have done it. Now, I'm not promising you that what I've done is code, but I am an electrician and I have turned 220 into 110, and I have been able to run this whole entire cabin off of this one 1500 watt hour Bluetti Maxoak. Now, let me tell you something. I had to think about it. But what I've done, I'm going to do my best to explain what we've done here. Where I started at, the back of the Bluetti here has 2 plug-ins in it that are 1000 watt plug-ins. They're 110 volts. What I've done, I come out of the back of this thing here now. I'm going to try to see if I can show you here. I put a standard 110 plug-in in here. I wired a 10-2 wire into it. I came up, I went over here to this. This is a 20 amp plug. It is a male plug on this end. This is a 20 amp receptacle in here. What I've done I'm going to try to explain from this point forward because this is what kept throwing me off. Inside my box here, I have a 220 breaker. This is a double 30 amp breaker in this box. This double 30 amp breaker is running this whole box here. This double 30 amp breaker is hooked to this 110 outlet box here. Now what I've done, listen to me, this is not kosher by the Uglies manual, okay? Electrical code manual. The 20 amp receptacle has two places on the hot side for wires to go in because it's a double receptacle. Now what I done was I ran the 10-2 with a ground up here. The white hooked to the neutral bar, the copper hooked to the mechanical ground. I ran a extra single strand black wire 10-2, a number 10 wire all the way down into this box. I took the black wire that was naturally in the 10-2 wire and I hooked it to one side of this breaker. I took the single strand number 10 black wire that I put in there and I hooked it to the other side of the breaker and I ran both of them to the same side of the plug down here. Now what this does, this box on the inside has offset legs sticking out on it. They're AB, you see here the AB, 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 AB down through here. And what that means is that this side of this breaker runs this side of the box. This side of this breaker runs this side of the box. So by hooking the two wires into the back of this, into one side of the 110 down there, that made this whole entire box a 110 box, even though it's hooked up to a 220 breaker. Now, I want to walk you around, I want you to show you. Well, let me just give you a little bit of, I'm going to show you what happens here. Now, we're using LED lights all in the cabin, everywhere. We have ceiling fans running. Now, we're going to turn it on right here, because right now all I have on is the kitchen and the living room with a ceiling fan. And we're going to bring it back around here and we're going to look. Okay, with the living room, the ceiling fan going, and the light in the living room, the kitchen and the light and the pantry light going, we're only pulling 94 watts. Now I want you to watch something here. I'm fixing to flip on the bathroom. I flipped the bathroom on. We just went to 105 watts. I flipped the outside porch lights on. We went to 115 watts. Now what I'm fixing to get, I'm going to move my thumb. I'm going to get up, I'm going to turn the bedroom on and the ceiling fan. Okay, I now have the bedroom and the ceiling fan on in the bedroom. I'm pulling 161 watts. The 110 receptacle in the back is rated at 1,000 watts. So, guys, I'm running right now. My whole cabin, every light in my cabin right now is on, even the porch lights, with just this amount of wattage going. This is the 1500 watt hour Bluetti power generator that can be charged by 110 or through solar. It has 4 USB port here's on the front that's 5 volts each. It's got the little small one here, the PD 45 watt for like charging your cell phones and stuff. It's got the DC 12 volt 9 amp cigarette lighter plug-in on it, and it's got two 110 receptacles on the back of it. It is amazing. I am now able to run my entire cabin with just this, all the lights in the cabin. Okay guys, this is the most amazing little generator that we've come across. Now some people say it's not a generator. It's sold as a solar generator. It can be charged by solar. It can be charged by 110. I'm not going to go into all the little intricate details about it. There's so many videos out there on YouTube about the intricate details of it. I want to show you what it will do. That's what I'm wanting to do. This thing right here is a lifesaver for me and Wanda now. It has made it possible for my whole cabin to be run. Now I actually have a 12-volt little cooler coming, refrigerator cooler coming, and we're going to be plugging it in with the 12-volt just to see if it will handle that also in the very near future. But right now, I give this a thumbs up. This thing is doing some amazing work for us. If you're off-grid and you want lighting in your cabin using the LED lights, I'm going to tell you, you cannot beat it. If you wire it correctly, you can run a whole cabin, the lighting system in it, on this thing. Now I can't tell you, like I said, I can't tell you for how long we're going to be able to run it because that's still in the experimental stages. I know right now, this thing's been running for, let's see, get it back around here. We've had it for 2 days now, and I've only used 1 bar off the battery there. So, that's 2 days. Now, we don't run the lights during the day very much, but pretty much at night, we run a lot of different lights at night. So, I'm very well pleased. I'll be doing an update before long to tell you just how long we was able to use this thing and run our entire cabin off of it, and kind of let you know. The guys, I know a lot of people's going to go, well, gosh, it's kind of expensive. But you know what? Compared to buying a big solar system, compared to hooking up to the grid and having a monthly power bill, compared to having to buy kerosene and putting coal lanterns and buying candles and running the risk of fire and stuff like that, burning your cabin down, these kind of things, this right here, to me, is worth every dime of it. Because all I got to do is just plug that baby in, set these 2 buttons right here, and I can turn it off. If I punch this button right here, every light in this house is going to go off. Or I can leave it sitting up here like this with nothing turned on in the cabin, and this thing will sit here for days and days and days with just them 2 little LED lights on, and every time I walk in here, all I gotta do is just flip a switch and the lights is on. Okay, this is our pantry. We have 1 light in our pantry. It's an LED light system we have in here that I'll show you. I'll turn it off, let you make sure you see how it goes off, and it comes back on. Okay, this is our LED pantry lighting system. Now we're gonna move into our bathroom. Okay, we're looking into the bathroom. Now we actually have 2 lights in the bathroom. Actually we have 3, one's a 12-volt, but here we go. Look at that. This light comes on, and then we come in, and once we get in here, we have a light fixture above our vanity. We flip that on. See the blue eddy? We haven't turned anything off yet. Now this is, all the lights are still on. And this is our 12-volt light system here that runs into our pantry in there, where we can hook the blue eddy up to the 12-volt side with a cigarette lighter, and it will come on also. While we're here, let me just give you a demonstration while we're here.
Yeah.
Okay guys, there's the 12-volt system. Now that's just 12-volt. Now you see, if I turn off, I turn the 110 off, and I turn the other 110 off, I still have my 12-volt lighting system in here to use just in case the battery runs down and the generator and we have to recharge it. So it's still doable. Okay guys, now we're in our bedroom here. We're going to look at the ceiling here. There comes the light on. There goes our ceiling fan on. And then behind Miss Wanda here is our little closet lighting. And we have a closet light up there. The blue eddy is still running them all. Okay guys, now we're in the kitchen. Here we go. Look at this. This is all under cabinet LED lighting system. The blue eddy is handling it with no problem whatsoever. And remember, we still have the bedroom lights on, we still have the bathroom lights on, we still have the pantry lights on. Now I'm fixing to turn on, if you look around, I'm fixing to turn the living room lights on. We now have the living room lights on, the ceiling fans. And I'm fixing to turn on the balcony lighting. Okay, we have the loft lighting on up there in the balcony. The Bluetti is still running, no problem with all the lighting on. Now comes the light out the front door. Okay guys, here goes. I just flipped on the outside light at the door. At this point, every light in my cabin is on. Let's take a look and see what the Bluetti is doing at the moment. Okay guys, the fan just kicked on this thing. I feel it pulling cool air through it. So it tells me that it's using some electricity right now and it's having to cool back down. It's been running now for about 15 to 20 minutes and not even... Okay, it just kicked off. It just came on just for a brief minute, not even a minute, probably for 30 seconds the fan kicked on and it kicked right back off. That tells me that it's not overheating or anything like that. It's doing really well running the whole cabin. I'm excited. I highly recommend, guys, if you're off grid and you want to be able to power your cabin, check out the 1500 watt hour Bluetti Maxoak. I think you'll be satisfied. Even though it's a little pricey, for what it's doing, I think you will really enjoy it. Thank you guys from Deep South Homestead.
Alright guys, this is the setup for our solar panel. I'm going to show you in just a minute an up-close view of how the solar panel folds up, how they hook up. This is the Bluetti, and I've got it on a piece of cardboard with the cardboard, and it's behind our hotbed. That way the sun is not hitting the Bluetti. We're keeping it shaded. You don't want it just sitting out in the direct sunlight if you can help it. And I've got it all covered. Figure out how. Like this, and it buckles. And you just unbuckle it, fold it out, and it's good to go. Now, it has a pouch here with the cords coming out that's already hooked up. The Bluetti comes with its own input, 2 cords here. Let's see, Mr. Danny's got things kind of rearranged here. I've got to take this off because this went to another. Okay, that one goes to another plug. You just match these. All right, it came on, it's charging, and it was down 2 bars. So now it's charging. We're going to let it sit here today. And this is our Bluetti charging post with the solar panels. By the end of the day, it should be charged.
Okay, when I come up, Wanda had it laying flat and we was only pulling about 60 something watts. We leaned it up on an angle with the sun right here hitting it direct. We're now getting 85 out of it, so I think that's pretty good. We'll just take the 85 right now and go with it, and just let the Bluetti keep charging.